Dear beer lovers, have you ever wondered why you rarely see anyone sipping their favorite brew through a straw? Uh-oh. So this has been a question keep bothering for years. I don't get it. Why there's no one drinking beer with a straw? I know, you might thinking, oh my god, Lord, what kind of person she is. Why would she even ask a question like this? The beer, of course, doesn't go with the straw. It's just not in the same universe. But think about it. Why? I want to challenge your curiosity. Believe it or not, after I've done my research, and the answer to why people do not drink beer with a straw is packed with fascinating histories, science, and cultural nuances. And stick around as we dive into why straws and beers just don't mix. To understand why we don't use straw with beer, we must first delve into the annals of drinking history. Do you know who invented beer? The answer is Sumerians. It is believed that over 5,000 years ago, the Sumerians were among the first to brew beer in ancient Mesopotamia. And do you know who invented straws? Fantastically, the straw was also invented around 3000 BCE by the Sumerians. What a coincidence, I mean. And a better question, do you know why they invented straw for the first place? The answer, surprisingly, is to drink beer. Yes, straw primarily used to drink their dense, particularly laden beer. The straw were likely made of reeds and metal and were used to avoid the solid remains of ingredients like grain or herbs that may have left in beer. And beer at that time was a far cry from clear, filtered breeze we enjoy today. It was thick and filled with floating grains and herbs. Using straw to drink beer allowed them to enjoy their beer without getting a mouthful of sediment. But here's the catch. Of course, there's always a catch. While straws were used for beer back then, the practice didn't stick around as beer making techniques evolved. As brewers learned to filter and clarify their beer, the need for straws diminished. Instead, drinking vessels like mugs, tankards, and glasses became the new norm. And fast forward to the ancient Egypt and East Asia, straw became a symbol of status. Can you believe it? With the wealthy adorning theirs with precious stones and often crafted from gold. Zoinks! The most expensive straw I ever knew was from Tiffany. I thought that's crazy enough, but gold straw? The society used the straws for communal drinking, but as beer became clearer and drinking vessels evolved from communal bowls to individual mugs and glasses, the straw's practical necessity waned. Interestingly, straws were originally designed to making drinking more convenient and sanitary. By the 1880s, Marvin Stone's invention of paper straw revolutionized the way we enjoy our beverages. Yet, even then, beer largely remained a straw-free zone. Fast forward to today, and the idea of sipping beer through a straw seems almost alien. So what changed? To understand that, we need to explore the science behind. So, what is the science behind it? Beer is a carbonated beverage. Drinking it through a straw can lead to increased gas taking, result in bloating and discomfort. Carbonation is vital to beer's texture and mouthfeel. And when sipped directly from a glass, it allows the gas to escape naturally. A straw, however, traps these bubbles, leading to an unpleasant, bloated sensation. It is not just about the taste, there's a health aspect as well. Hold up, I think that's a false proposition. why would you drink beer if you want to be healthy? For my mental health? And why do people drink soda with a straw but not beer? I mean, they're both carbonated, right? Good point. I was just about to talk about it. Compared to soda, beer is a more complex beverage where aroma plays a crucial role in taste. Beer have a different texture and mouthfeel from soda, which may be better appreciated when consumed directly from a glass or bottle. Drinking beer directly from a glass allows the full spectrum of its flavor and aromas to hit the palate and nose simultaneously. It is true that the sense of the smell and taste work together to produce one overall effect. Let's just say, if you lose your sense of smell, things taste differently and are way less flavorful. The opposite is true as well. This synchronized interaction is crucial because much of what we perceive as taste is actually smell. We can make it even more technical if you like. There are two types of smell that you go through when you eat or drink. Orthonasal smelling is through your nostrils, while retronasal smelling comes from the compounds in the food in your mouth being volatilized during chewing or swallowing and traveling north in your pharynx to olfactory receptors. Orthonasal smelling is reduced with your used straw because your nose stays farther from the beer in your glass. Using the straw bypasses this olfactory experience, directing the beer straight to the mouth and significantly diminishing the beverage flavor profile. More importantly, retronasal smell is reduced if you drink beer through a straw, because you tend to drink faster through a straw. So, the beer spends less time in your mouth and less time to filter out your olfactory receptors. Beyond this, when the beer spends less time in your mouth, there's less warming from your palate and cheek. So, there will be less aerosolization and less retronasal smelling. Showing the importance of heat to both taste and smell. Research has shown that perception of sweetness and bitterness, which are both extremely important in beers, intensifies when the substrate warms. Salt and sour are less affected by heat, on the other hand. So, the temperature of the beer will definitely lead to a change in flavor profile. For example, using a straw and your beer will taste absolutely different. Thus, drinking beer with a straw can prevent one from fully appreciating the subtle notes of hop, malt, and yeast that make each beer unique. When you're drinking from a glass, the aroma waves up to your nose, enhancing the flavor profile. A straw simply does not allow these scents to reach your nose, muting the beer's nuanced character. You know what? That's a fair point. People barely appreciate the aroma in soda. Wait, did soda ever have aroma? Dr. Pepper has a peculiar unpleasant smell, like laundry hasn't dried all the way, you know? Hey, because you bought a diet Dr. Pepper, don't you dare blaspheme my favorite drink. Okay? There are also speculation that drinking beer through a straw might accelerate the rate of alcohol consumption. While there's a limited scientific evidence on this, the theory suggests that the straw can facilitate faster drinking, leading to quicker intoxication, a stark contrast to the slow, savoring tradition of beer drinking. This faster consumption method could also lead to a higher level of intoxication, making it a less desirable choice for those who enjoy beer for its taste and social aspects rather than just its effects. I saw people drink because they want to get drunk, no? You poor thing. Clearly you don't know anything about craft beer. A bottle of Old Rasputin should only be served cool and enjoyed at a leisurely pace. Only alcoholics try to get drunk. People usually drink for social reasons, and maybe a little bit tipsy, happiness, and relaxation. Now, let's talk about culture. Beer culture, especially in Western societies, is steeped in tradition. Image of a pint glass or a mug is iconic, and the ritual of sipping directly from the vessel is a part of the experience. This cultural norms is upheld in bars and pubs, where the etiquette of beer drinking is respected and preserved. In many societies, drinking beer with a straw is seen as unconventional and even frowned upon.
Hey, that's rude and cynical. And where is my freedom of straw?
Correction, it's the freedom of speech. Bars and pubs, the keeper of the beer culture, serve beer in glasses to be sipped and savored. This tradition ensures you to enjoy your beer as intended, respecting its craft and heritage. From Oktoberfest in Germany to your local pub, the act of drinking beer directly from a glass is a shared culture experience that transcends borders. It's not just about beverage, it's about the camaraderie, the atmosphere, and the shared enjoyment. In some cultures, the use of straws is more acceptable for other beverages, but remains a rarity for beers. For instance, in Central Eastern African communities, traditional fermented drinks are still consumed through straws. This practice hasn't translated into global beer culture though, largely because beer drinking is often associated with specific rituals and social practice that emphasize directly consumption from the glass or bottle. The society aspect of beer drinking cannot be overstated. Beer is often enjoyed in social settings, where the act of sharing a drink can be a communal experience. Using a straw can seem out of place in these contexts, disrupting the shared ritual of clinking glasses and savoring each sip.
You mean prudish and prejudiced?
Get out of my channel. Practically speaking, straws and beers just don't get along. It's that simple. The carbonation makes it difficult to drink without spilling or creating a foamy mess. Plus, a straw simply cannot handle the volume and texture of a good, hothery brew. From a practical standpoint, drinking beer through a straw poses several challenges. First, carbonation in beer can cause foaming and spills when sipped through a straw, making it a messy affair, as we mentioned before. Additionally, the viscosity and volume of beer are not suited to straw drinking, which is better reserved for thinner or non-carbonated beverages. Imagine trying to sip a full-body stout or a frothy ale through a straw. It simply doesn't work well.
Look, it does for me.
Moreover, the design of the most beer glasses is intended to enhance the drinking experience. Glasses such as tulip, pint, or stein are shaped to highlight the beer's aroma and maintain its head, which is an integral part of the beer's texture and taste. A straw undermines these carefully considered designs, negating the benefits they provide. Last but not least, let's not forget about the environmental impact. Disposable straws contribute significantly to plastic waste. With the growing movement towards sustainability, reducing our reliance on single-use plastics is crucial. Well, reusable straws are an option, but still, they're not ideal for beer whatsoever.
So, what is ideal for beer?
Not using a straw. Alright, that's all I have today. From ancient history to modern science, from cultural traditions to practical realities, there are plenty of reasons why beers and straws don't mix. Next time, when you raise a glass or bottle, take a moment to savor the full experience. No straw needed.
I still think you can be whatever you want, whoever you want. If you want to drink beer with a straw, go ahead. No one's gonna stop you, cause that's your freedom of straw.
Cheers to enjoy the beer the way it's meant to be. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more intriguing insights.
Well, if you don't like it, please subscribe anyhow. Love you.
Until next time, happy drinking. Bye.